Hello lovely people, welcome to the video. My name is Athena. I'm a brand new writer working on my first book whilst homeschooling two girls and being with them 24/7. Fun times. Happy New Year, it is 2025. What even is time? Like, I give up. I am currently, what is today? Today is the 7th of January as I film this. I had planned on filming a little kind of goals for 2025 and resolutions and what I want to do with this year with writing, like all humans did before the new year. However, we have had a new baby, not me, but my brother and his wife had a new baby. So new baby in the family. He decided to come early and kind of shake things up. So basically from Christmas moving forward, it has just been kind of insane. I have barely written anything. I managed to write a bit over the past couple of days. I started getting words in again. And I will admit, I am definitely a neurodivergent person. I am full on ADHD. I am terrified that I will stop writing this book because my brain is gonna get over it or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird sometimes how brains work. So the fact that I hadn't written for it was a good 5 days, even more than that at this point. I barely getting any words in. My pacemaker looks terrible. I am so behind, it is not even funny. I was terrified I wouldn't be able to get back into writing. I did have to kind of force myself into it a bit, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna write. It is what it is. You know, I looked at the scene, I worked out the scene. It was, thankfully, I was at a point where it was just a revision scene, not a new scene. So I kind of had to, do a few little mind tricks to get myself to write. However, once I did start writing, I am very, very happy to say I am super excited about my story and just getting back into it. I'm okay with it's all good. It's all good. It is terrifying at times to think that, what happens if I get bored of this? My brain is just very weird. Anyway, moving on. I am way behind where I want it to be. I will say this, however, I'm not gonna fret over that. My goal for this year, my ultimate goal for 2025 is finishing this book. My delusional goal for this year is querying that book, starting the querying process. We all know querying could take forever. So that's my delusional goal. My ultimate goal is finishing the book. I have sub goals in regards to that, and that would probably be finishing this draft, which is draft 3. I'm currently I should have been more than halfway done with draft 3 at this point. I am still looking up at my board. My book has been separated into 3 parts. So I have part 1, part 2, part 3. I am still in part 1 and not even halfway through part 1. With all that being said, it is more revision from this part moving forward. I spent a lot of December writing new scenes, rewriting act 1 pretty much, rewriting the entire initial part of the story. So I'm not completely devastated, as in, oh my gosh, I'm so behind because I was not doing work. I did miss a lot of days due to everything that happened over the past week or so, but I also did get the heavy work in, and now it's just revision, because the other day I sat down to revise a scene, and well, more of a whole chapter really. I got in 1,500 words in 0 time. I think it was less than an hour of work. So it's kind of it depends on the work I have to do. So right now I am full on revising. It is a rewrite. Draft 3 is gonna be the last rewrite. I have rewritten those draft 1, which is just getting the ideas down, whatever. Draft 2 was getting all the pieces in there, all the moving pieces. Everything I want in the story needs to be written into the story, hence the 124,000 words. Draft 3 is now changing around the things I want to change, adding the scenes that I know I want in there instead of the ones that I had written down, as well as kind of moving some things around, shifting. It's a developmental rewrite. That's what I've named it. So I'm working on getting all the moving pieces where they have to be and making it what it has to be as far as the developmental aspect is concerned. And it will be the final rewrite. In that, once draft 3 is done, draft 4, which I'm already preparing for mentally, is going to be revision. So just me going over what I've written now and adding information, fixing it up, just editing, revising, running over it, you name it. So it's fun times all around. fun times all around. Also, the dual POV, I have received feedback telling me that it's nice and good and adds to the story. So now I am extremely like, I don't even. I've decided that I'm just gonna finish draft 3 with the dual POV and get more feedback on it before I kind of move forward, as well as seeing how many words, etc. Like, if it's too big because of the dual POV, I might just have to, you know, chop some stuff. Kill my darlings, as Stephen King says. I think it's Stephen King who says that. Is it? Kill your darlings. Yes, indeed. So I think the crux of this video, because I'm just rambling at this point, I want to finish this book this year. I want to attempt, I also want to set up my query package as well. Like, package? Is it called a query package? You know what I mean. I want to like start doing some query research. I want to start writing my query letter. I want to start doing the synopsis, because I watched a video by, I think it's Jenna Denny. Oh gosh, my brain, I don't even. If you write books and you watch YouTube, you probably know who I'm talking about. She is amazing. She had mentioned that writing a query letter while you are actually writing, especially like in the early stages, can actually help you figure out your story more. So I'm kind of like, once I'm done with draft 3, I do also want to throw in a little bit of query letter focus as well. Don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna work that in. I'm trying not to be too delusional about my goals. I'm trying to be more like set achievable goals and things that I know I can do, because that way I feel encouraged and I keep going. That's the crux of it. So what I want to do is finish draft 3. It's a full rewrite. Finish the rewrite, which takes time. When you have to rewrite the entire thing, it takes time. Finish the rewrite and setting everything up the way I want it to be set up. And then hopping into draft 4 as a revision and kind of working on the document itself, as well as kind of figuring out the query letter. That's the general scope of like the first, I would say, quarter of this year. Maybe a little more than that. I am hoping that I'm at a point with the book that's like closer to done than not by April. And why April, you're probably thinking. I started writing this book in April last year. So April 2024 was when I started writing draft 1. And I just, do you hear them? And I just really want to kind of come full circle in a way where a year after I started, I actually have something that looks like a book. You know, that's kind of what I want. That's kind of like my general goal. So yeah. That is kind of the crux of it. I'm getting myself into writing again. I do, as far as this channel is concerned, I really want to start being consistent again, because I definitely fell off the wagon with everything happening. I guess that's a given. It was a tricky, you know, like my nephew kind of came into this world early, and with a lot of, you know, kind of ups and downs. It was a bit crazy. Understandable. So I will say this, I want to be consistent. I want to have one update video every week as far as this channel is concerned. I really want to try doing proper writing vlogs, like actually showing you guys me writing and all that kind of thing. Not easy, because I write, I mean, technically I could just kind of film myself and then do a voiceover so that you guys kind of understand that the way I write, I don't have quiet time to write. I don't have set times when I'm like, I'm gonna get up in the morning and write, or I'm gonna sit in the evenings and write, or like this is my writing hour or writing time. I write when I can write. So there will be times when I have a 2-hour window to write because the girls are playing with their dad or their granddad or my mom, or, you know, their grandma, basically. But you know what I mean, like something just happens that specific day and I get a 2-hour window of just no one needing me and no one, you know, me having nothing else to do, and I can do that. And then there are days when I have to squeeze in 30 minutes because I feel the need to write, and I want to write every day. Like that's another kind of sub goal, I would say. That kind of goes hand in hand with the consistency in general that I want to focus on this year. As in, I want to write every day. Even if it's 100 words. You know, even if it's 100 words. I want to get into the habit of writing every day. So yeah, that is another like thing that I really want to focus on. I have been rambling. I don't know if this video makes sense. I apologize if it doesn't. I think the crux of it is we are in a new year, and this new year I want to really really get this book done. I'm excited for it. I'm writing a fantasy romance, a little heavy on the fantasy right now, and I'm loving it. And I'm excited about it. And it's my first ever book, and I don't know what has come over me to make me think I can write a book. Imposter syndrome is strong. There have been moments over these past few days where I have just like, what am I thinking? I'm gonna start writing again. And I feel like, I got this. I can write this book. Minor interruption, where was I? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna let you guys go. We are jumping into 2025. We are writing this book. I'm gonna try and do more writing vlogs, more write with me's, more just a lot more about, you know, my process. I want to talk more about my book. I want to share more about what this whole thing is about. It's just, I think right now it's finally starting to like take form where I can actually talk about chapters or parts or whatnot. Up until now, I wasn't really sure. I mean, I had 74 chapters in draft 2. I don't know if I'm gonna have that many in this draft or if I'm generally gonna end up with that many at the end of the day. I do like books with smaller chapters and lots of chapters, I have to admit. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we will talk more about this in the next video. I'm going to start consistently making videos. We are going to be talking about writing. We are going to be focusing on the fact that I am writing a book whilst trying to do everything at the same time, because I'm also trying to research homeschool curriculum and figure out the new school year, because here in Australia, this is the new school year, like January to December. So I'm juggling homeschooling. I'm juggling a home in general. I'm juggling so many things, but I'm determined to do this. And I think that's the thing with writing a book. And I hear a lot of people say it where they're like, so many people want to write a book, but not that many actually do, because it's like, oh, I don't have time. And you come to this point when you really, really want to do this that you realize you need to find the time. It's not about not having time and being like, oh, I don't have time, bummer. When you want to do this, you do it. You find that time. I'm gonna let you guys go. I will see you in the next one. Bye.